Greetings. Greetings. If you can hear my voice, clap one time. If you can hear my voice, clap two times. One time, two times. Magnificent. We can all count. We got rhythm up in here. We all did it on the 2 and the 4. I love it. I don't know why y'all put me after Miss Rose. That's diabolical work. Why would you do that to me? My God. So can we give it up for yours truly for such an amazing event? I don't really get to use these inside pockets much, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna use this inside pocket right here. Feel bougie, like I'm pulling something out for real. Nah, man. What are you selling? Nah, I'm joking. Man, I believe that yours truly is one of the dopest, not only poets in the city, but one of the dopest curators in this city. Can we agree to that? And I'm honored to be here. I texted him earlier today and I was like, hey man, do you need anything? Because if you ever curate an event, you know it takes a lot to throw an event together. And he was like, nah, he was still doing some running around. And he said that I just want you to be the best Red Lion ever. And that is problematic. Because I take this really seriously. We were talking about this in the back about like slamming and everything like that. And the reason why I can't slam the way I really want to is because I would take it really serious. I take every level of competition serious. This isn't really competition to me, but it's something that I've been trusted with. So I take it seriously, but taking it as seriously as I do has got me in a lot of trouble with a lot of people who don't take it as serious as I do. Because they think I'm trying too hard, and it's not that. It's just that it's been given to me. So I got to do the best I can. My auntie used to always say, like, if you must do it, then do the best you can. And, like, in my mind, I can't help but do the best I can. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's an issue because they say that, like, when I shatter the glass ceiling above me, the whole world will be my enemy. So if my life is to be a song of infamy, I pray that when they cut me open, my rebellion bleed a symphony simply to say, that's the price you pay to be great, you versus everybody. So I ain't got no problem with you treating this like it's a hobby. But if you think you finna seize the throne without bleeding first over my dead body, and I ain't here to catch a body, but in my field I feel like I can body anybody. I'm not cocky, but I know the 10,000 plus I put in, a couple thousand pins. I bled for the ink, scarred skin. I'm hard then, no James. Step back or attack the rim, step first to last. Out the gym, you on 10, dropping dimes, fine. I drop gems, some food for thought on top of the bar. See, everybody want to be a GOAT till they realize how hungry the lions are. Me, I don't care to be a star. I just want to transform the art form while most just want a platform to stunt on the Instagrams and TikToks. But we grew up a bunch of real gangsters sling grams and rocks on the block with a Glock on the hems and hands. And now they out here on the reels quoting Pac saying, oh, I ain't a killer. Yeah, you a con man. Just wondering if you can pull the trigger while I know I can. And at this level, anything less than live is casualty, killing mics casually. So naturally, we embody the page. Every step on stage is war waged. When I say outwork everybody, I ain't just talking about me. I'm daring everybody. They say they sick of the nonsense. I'll be the antibody, acquainted with the illest, born to break the illness of mediocrity in me. I'm a hard pill to swallow, hard act to follow, high caliber logic, tips more slug shot than hollow piercing the armor. You gotta come strong in the 9, cause we spraying and still got the hits coming in bunches. So if you thought I was Tyson on the mic before, just wait till I stop pulling punches. Lights go up and we all find out, are you 10 toes down or down for the 10 count? When the subs unplug and the track runs out, either you got the gift of gab or you good at running your mouth. We inhale doubt, exhale stars, chew up the mic and spit out the bars. Ain't this what the people came here for? Or you got bangers, but can they break down walls? Because they'll twerk all night till life knocks on the door. And smoke so much till the blunt burns up. Then what? Roll up another J, numb your life away, but that can't be me. Too much at stake. Daily we break to rebuild. I do this to be great. You do this to chill. You write a hook to bait. I write a hook to heal. Because there's too many dreams in the grave and too many bodies on their way. I gave up the right to be plain and I sound insane for the sake of flatlining hearts and dead brains. I want influence, not fame. Use the beat as a pulse, put a ghost back in those bones, make them dance, make them stand, so when they see how the 10,000 fell at their right hand, they'll jump around in the name of life, not for the gram, two-step because they got a second chance. Hope is always the plan and it's pinned the course. God is my guide. I watch pride shrivel up and die, and out of the dirt humility rise. I can't co-sign the nonsense of false prophets. We say art is life so the people know there's another option, because propaganda got this world in fractions. It's deeper than a social media caption or a viral video reaction. That's why I'm one part excellent, one part passion, cold, pressing the precious stone, because you can't conquer this art with talent alone. Nah, you gotta have some grit, so I ain't gotta be the best in the room. But if the shoe fits, who coming for me? Who go outwork me? Send me everybody. But see, it's problematic once again, because the issue is there's just so many bodies. And so many bodies get in my way. And I just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we can be friends, bro. Like, let's go together. Let's grow together. You want to be separated. So people think like, Charles, you spit like really angry. And I'm not angry. No. Right? I'm not angry at all. I just think that you need to correct people when they need to be corrected, right? Sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? And on this microphone, like I said, it's more than just a mic to me. Like, it's a way of life. It's a habitat, right? And contrary to popular belief, in the jungle, there is law and order. It's simple, and it can be summarized in 4 words. Survival of the fittest, eat or be eaten, kill or be killed. And lately it feels like everyone been trying to make a meal out of the king, I suppose. I didn't make myself clear. I fear God. What do they call you again? Goat? Don't you know lions eat those? Yeah. And that's just scientific. Then again, they say you are what you eat, a bit of an oxymoron, but it makes sense because they only call you goat when I'm not in the room. You more of a sheeple to me, and admittedly, I can be a bit gluttonous when it comes to these lambs, but can you blame me for putting the lame ones out of their misery? You know, sometimes for the sake of mercy, you just got to put your foot on the neck or two, so I'ma press my soul to the floorboard, watch all these challenges move, because I ain't never had to dodge no ram. See, my toxic trait is, even though I know I got nothing to prove with enough incentive, I'll split a mountain in 2. I'll take your top 4, your Rushmore, raise you an Olympus, show you the difference between faces shaped with human hands and the face of God carved on the heart of man. These mere mortals could never. Hard truths can feel like a noose, so I don't want to leave you hanging in suspense. Once again, I get the sentiment, but this is scientific. Lions eat goats, and these trends in turn great mankind. And we got goats trading crowns every week over saturation. Now I got a cold the herd control population, and all I ask is that you just don't be food around me, but be aligned with me, be aligned with me, be alive with me. Don't lie to me. Because I'm not petty, I'm diabolical. I'll chronicle every step of the hunt, show you the blueprint, then dare you to run. Won't be a casket or ashes. I'll make the one if you ever existed. I'll make a myth of your memory. You want to scale me, but Olympus is the mountain of gods, and every common opposing that celestial eventually faces burial. Every goat standing across from an altar is destined for sacrifice, no matter what ideology you subscribe. But theology aside, the griots will ponder, the philosophers will wonder, the scholars won't have a say so. Who is that unknown? Does anyone know this John Doe trying to make a game out of this throne? Jon Snow, I heard it was cold, but when winter fell, the sun rose. So you got ice in your veins, cool. You got ice in your veins, cool. I got methane on my tongue, napalm on my palms. If I slide you wrong, won't be a match where you get struck out by dawn. So call me what you want, another loss or the final boss. Either way, when the roads cross, if you want to swing in my lane, we can bang it out. But you can't cross the finish line getting totaled out. I told you, you at your peak is a valley to me. On my worst day, I'm pinnacle. So if this is a hill you want to die on, fine. But I ain't a mountain you can climb. I am Olympus. But see, the issue is that people don't treat this mic that way, y'all. Like, you know, people like, so here's my issue, right? Here's one of my biggest issues. A lot of people like I said, I'm not angry, I correct. There's a big difference. I think that in not just our community, but in every facet of life, no matter what you are doing, you could be a poet, you could be a dancer, a singer, you can be a businessman, you can be really good with numbers. In every facet of what you do, if you're around people that do the same thing that you do, there's always gonna be people that don't wanna see you do well. And there are always gonna be people that, you know what I'm saying, like, they'll see you and they'll see you do what you do. Yeah. And it's almost like, and you cannot know them at all. First of all, like, you know what I'm saying? And for some reason, they be like, that nigga all right. That nigga, he ain't really all that, you know what I'm saying? Or they like fabricate stuff about you, make up stuff about you. It's like, but I've never been in the same room with you. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So someone gossiped about me one day, right? And like, if you know me, you know it ain't really too much you can say 380, right? You know what I'm saying? I like tacos, coffee, and occasionally ripping the heads off my enemies. So if you know me, you know I'm always looking for an excuse to sink my fangs into someone. All I need is a reason, and secretly I'm a madman. And madness, as we all know, is a lot like gravity. All it takes is a little push. So now I'm curious, so please, tell me more about me. I'm curious to know. I'm sure since you had so much to say before, surely there's more. So go on, enlighten me. After all, you say there's no light in me. Apparently, I'm a villain in need of reform. So go on, show me what righteousness looks like. So hell bent on convincing everyone I'm a demon. Go on, exercise me out. Work out that faith. Now we quiet, ain't got nothing to say. See, everybody want to play God until they stand across from a grave. I guess they left their spine at home. You think you got a bone to pick? I got several to pick my teeth. Yesterday I let you eat, but today you meat. So fine, call me an animal, call me a beast, call me any manner of monster you deem. I could be the griffin swing, the phoenix fire, the big bad wolf blowing down your log cabin. I can rah-rah like a dungeon dragon. So what's the scenario? Because we was all Cheerio to someone pissing the cereal. Now I got to be killer cereal. Now I got to be assassin cerebral. And when it comes to this pedigree, I'll be a pure breed. They say that you can either die as a hero or you can live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I guess to you, I would be a fever dream living in the back of your mind, sitting pretty, rent-free, a dirty deed that won't leave, and I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away. You want to be like Mike? I'll be a piston in the paint, every foul, flagrant, but the fragrance of chaos that's heavy in my nostrils. I relish in blood and brutality, a mortal who thirsts for combat. All I see is fatality, and I'm tired of taming myself for the sake of safety. Now we triggers free. Now I get to stretch out some of this ill intent because I can be a bit sick in the mind. I admit, a tad bit twisted. See, everyone wants the Christian to pick peace, but when you pull me apart, I got to put back the pieces. Sometimes I'm in misplaced position, forgetting to put back the pieces. My prowess pains us to driver's seat, and my position to pin operates in the league. Everyone expects the Christian to pick peace, but when you pull me apart, I got to put back the pieces. And sometimes I'm in misplaced position to forget to put back the piece. And my prowess for pain steps to the driver's seat, and my proficiency with a pen operates in another league. And pieces and flames and fire rise to the third degree. Now I'm burning through the epidermis, cutting like surgery. The pride in me ain't misplaced. I am a problem. And ain't nobody been magician enough to solve me or magician enough to dissolve me. This is deeper than alchemy, still not as complex. And it reflects its simple math. You against the beast equals me at a feast, and I don't snack lightly. Never been one for hors d'oeuvres. I am the eater of worlds, so I know the difference between tearing someone apart and humbling them. I tend to lean towards the latter. It's more merciful that way because the day I decide to rip you apart, you won't get back up again. And yet still, I believe it's more powerful to show restraint. So you're just gonna have to forgive me. I ain't that strong today. All right, one more and I'm out of here. Okay, I'm sorry. That was really aggressive, guys. I know that those first three were low, you know. But I promise, I'm not angry. I'm just correcting, right? This is why I'm correcting. Because I feel like, not just for the sake of correcting people as far as defending people, but like I believe everybody in here has a purpose. And I believe that each of us has a purpose that's attached to us. Yeah. And it's not simply just for us. Right. And I was talking about this, I believe it was Miss Rose, we were talking about this in the back, right? And a lot of times, in order for me to achieve my purpose, I have to be able to bring people alongside of me, because unselfconsciously, they achieve their purpose by helping me achieve my purpose. There are a lot of ways that we're linked together as people. You know what I'm saying? And too often we try to be, there's this saying called you're self-made, and being self-made is impossible because if you're a business owner, you need somebody to buy your product. Yeah. So that means that you need somebody to believe in you. Yeah. You can't necessarily be self-made because we are all relying upon each other. You know what I'm saying? There was a speaker, and she explained purpose so beautifully. Her name is Jade Simmons. And Jade says something really profound. She says that purpose is not the thing that you do. Mm-hmm. Your purpose is the thing that happens in other people when you do what you do. Yeah. And I remember shattering my hands once, trying to wrestle with a purpose that demanded all of me, but still, it belonged to me. So I had to prepare myself for the cost Scripture says that your gifts will make room for you and put you before great men. My prayer is that I will become a great man that can make room for other people. First, I must become great. But nothing as simple as a sculpture, a statue. See, I want to stand stellar in my stature, be stoic when the storms get scary, and if necessary, a symbol. But how does one become monumental when the mountains in front of you create moments to make you motionless? In other words, opposition is imminent no matter how intimate with destiny you think you are. See, your adversary's intention is not merely to become a thorn in your side. Nah, they want to make sure them dreams die, make dry that well of greatness, and they'll be patient. Wait till all the reservoirs been drawn, then dawn a drought. Like, let's see how long you're gonna last when ain't no water in your glass, when all you have are tears, fears, and a bucket full of dust and failures, when your plans of flooding the world with hope go from bursting at the seams to rusted pipe dreams, and you gotta decide if you still believe that one day the rain gonna come. If you gonna keep hanging on, even when the world tries to hang you, say that there ain't no place for someone like you here. Say that those are really beautiful dreams you have. Be ashamed if nobody cared about them. Say, are you even qualified for that vision? Like, who gave you permission to believe that you could change anything? Do you think yourself a divine being, a grand thing? You got God dreams, but no one knows your name, less than 1,000 followers on the gram, no blue check, no fame, and you claim to be great just because your heart's in the right place. Because of all the love you've shown. And see, now all these doubters want to know is, what do you hope to gain from love alone? But see, that's the problem with the world. Always shooting from the hip. They aim it on the sights all wrong. They see you as bullseye, so they make tactics for targets. They expert marksmen, but miss the mark of where your heart is. See, to them, you're a consumer. But to me, you're a human. To them, you're a number. But to me, you're a soul. So what's the price? And what do I got to do to create something beautiful for you? Because if given the opportunity, I believe you through the same thing too. I know that this world will see you for what you are, and they'll judge you for what you're not, and they'll try to stop you from growing into what you can become. And the question is, why are you afraid of becoming something great? The right to greatness is not something you happen to stumble upon. The right to be great is simply something you were born with. So what if I told you that greatness is your birthright? What if I told you that you were always meant to succeed, but at every level success comes with a fee? And I ain't talking the price of higher educations or degrees. Nah, it's gonna cost you some blood and teeth. When Audacious said, you can't beat me, I'm prepared to die. I prepared my heart for that price, because anyone who's ever been great knows that it comes with a sacrifice, and I must succeed, not for the sake of me, but for the sake of the seeds I planted in kings and queens who questioned their beings, who broke their hands, holding on to dreams bigger than themselves. So don't quit. Don't bury the tools God trusted you with. So what if 1 million people never scream your name? The blood you shed for the sake of a soul is never in vain. You're worth more than a couple clicks and hearts. Your purpose can be the key to unlocking the chainsaw in someone's heart, because doubt can make a prison out of passion tamed. A flame can either destroy or refine, but even if the dimes don't shine like you want them to, it doesn't change your value. See, there's the sea. There's a sea of broken hearts waiting by the shore. And unless they know how to soar or surf, they'll never find a way to navigate the waves. And I have no wings, which means I gotta learn how to swim. Broken hands or not, I don't want to be great for the sake of me. The goal isn't to be impressive. It's to make an impression, to imprint something on your heart, something that gives you hope. Because if I can teach you hope, then you can show the world why they were wrong. That greatness is not about status or TV screens. It's clearing the static until those pipe dreams turn reality. Can you see the picture clearly now? Yep.